Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your always great support in this broadcast. I don't take it for granted. And to the new subscribers, feel at home and please consider to give this video a thumb up, like, share it to your friends, family, and relatives. Now, after United States of America had frozen their support on USAID, Moses Wetangula, Musalia Mudavadi are now coming up with a very serious political discussion after had gone through their speech which they spoken in the funeral. I realized one thing here, that now it seems we are more dependable as a country. We can't depend on ourselves, because I think when Trump had frozen their help or terminated the USAID organization in Africa, Trump was very much keen. He was determined, and his concern was to ensure that African leaders are available to the capacity of depending on their own self-government. Let's read together what Musalia Mudavadi is now saying and Wetangula. They have put it as so sad news after US had sent a termination letter to our country. Wetangula Mudavadi weigh in after USAID sends termination letters. The National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula has backed President of the United States POTUS Donald Trump's decision to freeze foreign aid, a move set to impact several spheres of the Kenyan health sector. In recent days, reports broke that USAID had begun sending termination letters to key implementing partners. Speaking at the funeral service of Baringo, Senator William Cheptumo on Saturday, Wetangula described Trump's decisions as a wake-up call for African nations. He further called for a renewed national focus on self-sufficiency to fill the gap left by aid freeze, emphasizing the need for Kenya to adopt homegrown solution to challenges. Have you seen what is happening in America? The leaders there is now focused on their own interest. Funding for AIDS, malaria, and other global programs has been cut, Wetangula stated. They want to make America great. We in Kenya must make Kenya great, however, forever, by making sacrifices and working hard. Echoing his remarks was Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, who revealed that the government was already looking into diplomatic avenues to mitigate the effects of the aid suspension. Mudavadi also emphasized the urgency of building a resilient economy that does not hinge on the goodwill of foreign nations. The aid cut by the US has raised alarm, as already the country is bracing for a shortage of life-saving intraviral drugs, ARVs, condoms, and other essential medical supplies in Kenya. Even in a country with an illusion of democracy, things should work. Parliament should legislate independently. The executive should execute its mandate without bias, and the court should ensure it does not only serve justice but must be seen to serve justice. All three arms of government in Kenya have sadly let Kenyans down. Parliament is spineless and also able to stand up when fighting for higher salaries and allowances. In other way, the two gentlemen are shedding crocodile tears. You can't convince me that Wetangula was born in Kenya and abruptly he managed it to be called senator and now to be called the Speaker of the National Assembly. It is not making sense at all. The same way to Musalia Mudavadi. These are people who have worked in the government for long time, and they know the rules, they know the instruction, they know the laws in our country. Now they are just shedding crocodile tears because Musalia Mudavadi is saying that US have cut or have sent us termination letter on the USAID. And the reason is we are not independent. The reason is we are corrupt. The reason is our country have wicked leaders. That is what these people have said. But when you look at it in real sense, they are the ones who are wicked. They are the ones who allowed corruption in this country. They are the ones who are looting country funds. They are the ones who are not even ready to serve the people in the Republic of Kenya. They are the ones who are even creating their own offices to loot more funds in this country. For instance, is the office of Musalia Mudavadi created in our constitution? Is it there in our constitution? They are the ones who had created these offices. So this is just a wake-up call, and unlike the movement being done by Donald J. Trump, mounting pressure on our leaders. That is why I told you here in this platform, some of you, they are just there to complain, but they don't come up with a legitimate agenda or a conclusion. That is why I like to congratulate this Madam Boss, my long-term friend, Caroline. She's so amazing and responding genuinely to even our viewers. You can as well testify. There are also this man Joseph, my friend. They know what they're doing, they know what we are saying, and even Patrick has been long, but I know you always respond to those of you, because some of our viewers, they are only after the headlines we are writing, but they don't look deeply into our messages we are passing through. Our country needs a change, and if Trump had sent a termination letter on the USAID, it means that almost 15,000 Kenyans are going to die. Now, what are the solution? The solution is we must be capable of even raising this USAID fund. That is the Trump intention. So Musalia Mudavadi and Wetangula are coming up with a good agenda, but at late hours, because they were supposed to do it. They were not supposed even to wait for Trump to send us these termination letters, because they know the right, they know what to be done. But now, because leaders in this country are corrupt, we must now wake up and urge Kenyans that it is now upon you to ensure that any leader you are choosing, is it capable of even rescuing this country when it is falling? That is the big question and the big agenda we ought to discuss, ladies and gentlemen. What are your takes? I rest my case at this point. I wish you all the best as panic grip in UDA after Trump had said, let's make America great. What about our country, Kenya? Let us not just speak that people are talking, but we must ask ourselves, how many years have our leaders been in the office yet doing nothing? How many years is William Ruto in the office? Our country is still bankrupt. How many years? We must ask ourselves. Just the other day I analyzed 1.3 trillion. Those are the things affecting us.